monsters! Hello, interwebs, and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations 2. My name's SkiniMini.
And I'm Pharaoh.
Last episode, we actually found out there was a secret tunnel leading to the detention center from J. Albert's room. And now he's missing too. So, we went to go find Mr. Dogen to question him because apparently there were some paw prints down in the escape hole, and we saw Courtney and DeBest there. So now we are about to risk our attorney's badge to talk to Courtney to prove to her that her defense, or her, what's it called? Her, what is it called?
Reasoning,
yeah, her reasoning
arguments.
is, yes, thank you. Her arguments are flawed. So, jeez Louise. All right, Courtney, give it to us. What you got to say? Movement to the prison. I presume you know of the incident Mr. Knightley caused the day before yesterday? He attacked a guard and stole his keys. Afterwards, Simon Keyes stopped by his cell with an animal cage from the show. During this time, Mr. Knightley was able to use the stolen key to exit his cell. He then hid in the cage while it was moved to the prison workroom. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Freaking dog.
We just have an audience. It's fine. Benji does the same thing.
Ugh.
So, Mr. Keyes went to his cell after all.
After hearing you talk about the security camera yesterday, we investigated it ourselves. Why don't you have a look? I have here a printout of the security camera footage.
This is the moment when Mr. Keyes visited Knightley.
Exactly. As you can see, the cage creates a huge blind spot in the cell. By using this blind spot, Mr. Knightley could have entered the cage. That is our reasoning.
A blind spot. But that means the camera doesn't actually show him entering the cage. At this time, there's still a possibility that Knightley never left his cell.
But why would he be hiding inside an animal cage? Mr. Knightley was planning to escape from prison. That is the only possibility. A prison escape? That's so cool! First Mr. Albert, and now Mr. Knightley. I won't let them show me up.
Okay, this isn't the time to get excited. J. Albert's escape is no laughing matter.
Simon Keyes was aiding Mr. Knightley in his escape. In other words, he was an accomplice. Not bad, Simon.
Don't praise him!
That cage was transported temporarily to the workroom. Originally, Mr. Knightley was to remain hidden until the end of the animal show. He would then be carried out along with the cage. I presume that was the plan. However, midway through the plan, he was betrayed by Simon Keyes and murdered.
Judge Courtney's reasoning does appear to make sense. However, there must be a hole somewhere. I must not overlook anything.
Okay, movement to the prison. What doesn't make sense is that if he says they're friends, why... The motive is not clear. I don't know. Okay. Whatever.
We'll see what's up.
I presume you know the incident. Okay. He attacked... Okay, she kind of kept on going. I don't know what was the testimony or not, because we kind of interrupted her. Afterwards, Simon Keyes stopped by his cell with animal cage. During this time, Mr. Knightley was able to... So, he then... Cage... Okay. I want to... He attacked the guard and stole his keys. Afterwards, Simon... Okay, can we press on? Afterwards, Simon Keyes stopped by his cell with an animal cage from the show.
Okay. So, Mr. Keyes' actions were intended to help Knightley escape from prison.
Yes, he stopped by the detention center's holding cell with the cage. This is Simon Keyes' own testimony. It can't be denied.
His visit to Knightley's cell ended up drawing suspicion, as one would assume or imagine.
Simon was just clumsy. His clumsiness led him to bring the cage to the detention center. Or he brought the cage to help Mr. Knightley escape. Which explanation do you think is more natural? I see you understand. Simon Keyes carried the cage to the detention center. Okay, do we have any evidence that kind of contradicts what she's saying?
I'm not sure.
The chessboard. Well, he went to go bring the chessboard in, but we already used that. Piece, floor, investigation. Memo. We already used the security footage. Knightley's cell. During the attack on the guard, the key to Knightley's cell was stolen. Current and location known. Okay, yeah, that's right. We got the Knightley's cell keys. Because remember, that was stolen.
The cell keys?
Yeah, no, I'm not saying we need to present it. I'm just, that reminded me of it, so I'm like, that might be used later.
Oh, wait,
shoot.
Oh, yes, during the attack on the guard, key to Knightley's cell was stolen, current location unknown.
I went too far, so let's see.
Well,
Okay, she says Mr. Knightley stole the keys, but he denied it, didn't he?
well, I mean, you're gonna have to continue because
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
not there yet. Sorry.
Unless Knightley had the keys, this logic doesn't hold up. This will be the breaking point. I'll try pressing the testimony further. Okay, so we just gotta...
There you go.
Alright, he attacked the guard and stole his keys. Pressing that.
Do you have proof Knightley stole the keys?
It is the only explanation as to why Mr. Knightley would have attacked the guard. We will know for certain the moment the guard regains consciousness.
Is that really true? Shall I ask Judge Courtney for more information?
Yes! Ask for more information.
There's one point in reasoning that's odd. If Knightley did indeed steal the key, I'd expect he'd try to escape immediately. Was it really necessary for him to wait for Mr. Keyes to help him escape?
He simply chose the method with the highest probability of success. After stealing the key, he concealed it on his own personage, as he waited for the opportune moment. That is what I believe.
Concealed the key? Judge Courtney, such an oversight is unlike you. Knightley could not have concealed the key, and I can prove it. Knightley did not hide the key, and the proof is...
In the pudding!
It's what?
In the pudding!
Oh,
Sorry,
now I want pudding.
Okay, wait. Knightley did not hide the key because he's dead.
What?
Sorry, that was a dumb joke. Sorry.
Oh. I mean, ha! Good job.
Oh god. Crap. Yeah. What is the? He did not hide the key because I want to say it's Knightley's cell key because the keys were stolen. So if he
Right.
stole it, then where would he hide the key? It wasn't on his person when we found him.
Right, and them saying that the location's unknown, it's like they searched everything top and bottom, they still haven't found it, so... I don't know.
Right. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna present it on here.
Okay.
Hit it! Yes! The music stopped.
I was a little worried there, because it looked like it kept going after...
I know, I was like, ah!
I was like, no! I was like, no, we're good. Haven't the gods informed you yet? They searched Knightley after he attacked the god, and the key was nowhere to be found. Since the key's location is unknown, your logic doesn't hold.
That is not an issue. There is an explanation. Mr. Knightley had the key. It simply wasn't found. The reason being, he concealed it inside the chessboard.
The chessboard? You mean the one that concealed the murder weapon?
Come now, how do we know whether or not the murder weapon was really there? What? Take some responsibility for your own words! That was all Sebastian's idea, after all.
So, those two don't always agree on their reasoning.
In other words, once we put all the pieces together, Mr. Knightley concealed the key he stole from the guard inside the chessboard. When Simon Keyes arrived, Mr. Knightley used the key to slip out of his cell. He entered the animal cage and was transported to the workroom. All thanks to his accomplice, Simon Keyes. Mr. Knightley had planned to be carried outside after the show ended. However, he was betrayed by his accomplice and murdered during the circus performance.
Mr. Keyes performed in the show. He would have had no opportunity to murder him during the circus performance.
What? No opportunity? Is that so? A story plays itself out on the stage, and such was the case with the animal show.
So, she examined the content of the show.
The suspect plays the role of the villain who antagonizes the elephant heroine. In the final act, the villain is defeated by the heroine's love and all ends well. At that point, the suspect in the role of the villain is blown away by the heroine's burning love and makes his exit.
Blown away? By the elephant?
Was he hurt? After being blown away, the suspect disappeared from the stage. The suspect was absent from the stage for about 15 minutes.
Oops. Sorry, there we go. Are you saying that a crime was committed during that time?
Even in such a short period of time, it would be possible to carry out the murder. Don't you think so? Thank you, Edward. Good lord.
So, he committed the crime in 15 minutes and then returned to the stage. That may have been possible if the crime scene had been the prison. Judge Courtney, the actual crime took place in the detention center.
I'm afraid I cannot accept that camera footage alone as evidence.
As for evidence, I have it.
Well then, please show us your evidence. Where is the evidence that shows the scene of the crime was the detention center? It's the wiped floor! Because it has Knightley's blood on it!
Present!
Ah! This is the floor? Oh, goddess of law, I am unable to comprehend your mysterious ways.
This is what we discovered. The area here was tested positive for Mr. Knightley's blood.
Ugh. This blood test, can it really be trusted? Girl, if you don't... To begin with, how were you able to conduct a scientific investigation?
I happen to have a subordinate. I can't vouch for his competence, but he is a man that I trust. Wow, okay.
Aw, that detective. This concerns me. I cannot think why one would disturb the order of law. The PIC's influence goes as far as the police department. That's weird. Ha 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 ha.
Right.
Oh, Gummy's in trouble.
Forgive me, detective. I'm afraid something bad may come of this.
I will accept the fact that blood was found at the detention center as evidence. However... Oh my god.
Objection!
He's so annoying! Ugh!
Wow! How ridiculous! This is unthinkable of you! You third-rate prosecutor! Mr. DeBest, you're here. I've completely forgotten about him.
Same.
There's a giant contradiction in your statement. According to the security tape, a dog killed Knightley in his cell. Then, after he left the cell, the blood on the floor was wiped away.
Ah!
Did a dog wipe away the bloodstains? As if that could happen. That is possible. Of my Anubis, right, boy? What? That was one of the tricks I taught him while I was still in the outside world. He'd make sure to hide any bloodstains he makes. So as to not to leave behind any evidence. I was saved, if only by chance.
Okay, part of me thinks that he didn't do it.
Dogen?
Yeah, I don't think Dogen's dog did it. And I think I may know what did.
Okay.
Okay, that one I won't explain now. Good.
Alright. Shouldn't you have taught your dog to shake or something? Anubis also performs that trick very well.
He performs that shit.
Oh, God. But the shake I taught him is a little different from others. First, he bites the victim's hand.
Stop! 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 I don't want to hear anymore. I see. I understand, Prosecutor Edgeworth. It appears you've gathered a good hand.
I'm glad you understand. Never mind. My argument isn't over yet.
Get out of here. Objection overruled.
Hey now, that's a little harsh.
Sebastian, would you allow me the privilege of explaining?
Sure, Justine. Do you finally realize the murder occurred in the detention center? Therefore, that assassin's pet dog.
My opinion has not changed. Unless I can understand how the dog was able to enter and leave the crime scene, I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
I've been waiting for you to say that. Now, let me show you. This evidence shows the route the dog used to go between a detention center and prison.
It was the tunnel footprints.
You just wanted to say tunnel, but then footprints came along. Like, ah.
Yeah, yes. Ugh, this photo.
It shows a secret tunnel hidden in the prison. That's impossible! A secret tunnel? That was up to that.
Yeah, that was weird.
This tunnel was dug up by the escaped prisoner J. Albert.
Okay.
It begins in his prison cell, and it's connected to a holding cell in the detention center, namely the victim cell.
I'm shocked. How did this...
Dogen, you must have known of this, since you used this tunnel to commit murder. Why that pose?
Why, Ray? In the name of the goddess of law, I hereby reject Prosecutor Edgeworth's claim.
What do you mean?
Evidence is everything. That remains true here, just as in the courtroom. Isn't that right? I have evidence here. Horace Knightley's autopsy report.
Autopsy report?
What?
Since when?
She just pulled an Edgeworth.
Oh, she did. That bitch. Why are you surprised?
This was delivered straight from the police a short while ago. It's not complete yet. It's more of a preliminary report. Here, the very word of the goddess of law is written. Cause of death, stab wound to the neck. Died instantly. Murder weapon, sharp metal object. The victim was stabbed multiple times in the same spot with a sharp object. Ugh. Although they were unable to determine the actual shape of the murder weapon, they have clear proof that it was a sharp metal object. So, do you still stand by your claim? That the dog used a sharp object to kill the victim?
This can't be!
But wait, that doesn't make any sense still. Because he has the neck brace on. So how could
maybe it'll go through, but I understand what you mean.
Simon could not have done it. That's all I know, that he could not have done it. It has to be one of the doggone animals over there. That's what I think. That's what I think. And I think, anyway.
We'll see.
Sorry, this case is bothering me because I think I know it, and I'm like, just get to it already. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
But wait! The tunnel contains the dog's footprints! Perhaps it may have been one of Anubis' walking courses. I can never tell what Anubis gets up to outside my cell. Something feels unnatural about all this, but I have no evidence. Courtney Pie! You sure pulled out a hidden gem at the very last moment! She waited for the perfect time to reveal the autopsy report. Have I let her outwit me again?
Appointed Attorney Shields. Here is the autopsy report from earlier. I apologize for the delay.
No, it's alright. Thank you.
Gosh, freaking...
I gladly accept it.
Mr. Shields, I don't believe it's necessary to hold hands while exchanging documents. I'd advise you to stop.
Huh?
Persist any longer, and I shall call on the strength of the goddess of law.
I'll be careful. Justine, well done! Just as I planned.
I only acted in accordance to your instructions.
Highly doubt that, but okay.
Yeah.
The autopsy report came straight from the police. I can't refute it. However, if the murder weapon wasn't a dog, Dogen will be cleared of suspicion.
The merciful goddess of the law so decrees. If you choose to yield now, your badge will not be taken.
What will you do, sir? She says that, but... My answer remains the same. Judge Courtney, it is as I said before. I will see my job through. I will not yield to threats.
So, even now, you still refuse to give up? If you want to keep your badge, this may be your last chance.
Right now, I'm a defense attorney's assistant. What I protect is not my badge, but my client.
The goddess of law grows weary of your sentiment.
Now we're talking. Miles is starting to understand. The defense attorney never gives up. Actually, those are the words of your old man. My father. He really is in your blood. You're the spitting image of him right now.
Oh.
You said it yourself. You've changed since you were tainted by Von Karma. It's only now that I've actually come to believe it. Mr. Shields. Well then, Miles. Now's the time to put those skills to the test. Think beyond your limits. If the murder weapon was a sharp object, does that really negate your reasoning? The murder weapon was a sharp object. That's it! There were 5 chisels placed inside a special cell. Dogen is a former assassin. It's quite possible he could kill someone with just a chisel. In that case, the weapon that killed Horace Knightley was...
Is that all? Well then, I suppose you'll be giving up. Did you just...
Damn right I did. Evidence is everything. Didn't you say? The murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, such a weapon has yet to be found. What? So what are you trying to say? The only decisive evidence is the actual murder weapon itself. And that was in plain sight this whole time. The real murder weapon is... Dogen's chisel.
Ah!
What did you say?
Take responsibility for your own statements. The scene of the crime was Mr. Knightley's cell. You said so yourself.
If the evidence changes, then so will my logic. That too is in this courtroom procedure, is it not? If the chisel was used, that means a killer was human. However, the fact remains that we cannot deny the security photo. Yeah! What about that photo? I'll give you the answer. This photo shows the moment...
the dog leapt at the victim. He didn't necessarily kill him. Because now that I'm thinking about it, the footage just show him just like, rah, rah.
Right, I mean, rah can mean a lot of things, you know?
So, we didn't actually see him murder the victim, so the dog leapt at the victim.
Dogen's dog leapt at Knightley. However, the victim did not die at that time.
Didn't die?
He was only knocked unconscious. The dog didn't move a dead body. It moved to the unconscious Knightley. And the real killer was its owner. I see. If the victim was moved, it would have been possible for Dogen to commit the murder.
And use the murder weapon.
Indeed. The killer is Sohan Dogen. It can only be you.
Get your...
I bet your teacher used to write on your report card, needs to pay more attention on what others say. I would think that describes you more. We examined that room. Every crook and granny. Right, Justine?
What? We examined all 4 of Mr. Dogen's chisels and found no traces of blood.
Thank you, Judge Courtney. Thanks to you, I am now certain.
Thanks to me? Whatever do you mean?
When I came in earlier, I saw 5 chisels.
Oh, that's right! There were definitely 5 there before!
So the one that disappeared was the smallest one, presumably for portable use. Dogen, where is that chisel? Oh, that's me.
I can't do it!
I'm not free to leave this place. I've no need of a portable chisel. Not free to leave. In that case, he mustn't have been free to hide the deadly chisel either. Dogen, you just dug your own grave.
It seems you know something. Would you care to show it?
Dogen couldn't leave, so the place he hid the chisel is... If you want, I mean, I think we can go just a little bit more. I know the video's pretty long, but there's a...
Oh, no, yeah, we're going. I have a feeling
Okay.
we're almost done anyway.
Okay.
I'm just like, yeah, this is a lot. Crap, I just lost my train of thought. Dogen couldn't leave, so
Sorry.
the place... No, it's not your fault. So if he... It's either... Oh... I want to say the special cell.
Well, yeah, well, think about it. He couldn't leave, so where else can he
So,
put
I mean,
it?
yeah, it has to be the special... It's right there. In his room. His room.
His rub. Dogen is a prisoner, so he can't leave his cell freely. Perhaps he could have sent his dog out to dispose of it. But he would not have been able to confirm the weapon's location. So, what does that leave? Above all else, special metal tools are allowed in this cell. Even if one chisel were to appear here, no one would suspect a thing. You'd be a fool not to take advantage of that. I see! Of course, it's always safest if you do something yourself. But I examined everything! I didn't find any hiding places in this cell! I'm certain that the murder weapon is here. The reason you haven't found it is because it was cleverly hidden. You say I hid it. Where exactly? Think. Where could he have hidden it? I have to remember everything up to this point. There must be some clue. Let's think of what it means.
Is it going, Mr. Edgeworth?
Come to think of it, that dog hasn't barked at me once today. Previously, when I came to the special cell, it balked on Dogen's command. That's it! That's what's been out of place. There's just one place you could have hidden a murder weapon. Giving up already. How dull. How dull. I will present evidence. This piece of evidence shows where you concealed the murder weapon.
Sorry, the music distracted me. I'm like, ooh.
Oh, you're good.
I love that. I love it. I don't know why.
The music's really good in this game.
Yes, so good. Okay. Okay, first of all, I love the description of the black dog. The dog was biting the victim's body, barks at me a lot. And that's the thing I did notice. I'm like, oh, the dog's not barking.
I wonder why.
Is it weird that I think the dog has it in his mouth?
No.
Can I? Okay, because that's what I kind of want to do.
Let's try it out.
Okay.
Hasn't your dog been awfully quiet today?
Now that you mention it, it hasn't barked at all. Before it was, okay. Sirhan Dogen, open that dog's mouth now.
Anubis doesn't bark needlessly. I ordered him to do that before. In that case, order it to bark now.
Naturally, you should be able to, if you have nothing to hide.
It was inevitable. Anubis, show them your mouth.
Bah! Whoa!
As you can see, a dog of the size. I missed it. What? Why chisel? The dog really had one in its mouth.
And it had a bell around it.
Yeah.
What?
I thought he was unusually quiet. Was he unable to follow the discussion?
Sebastian, could you call the forensics department urgently, please?
I got it. A reaction. This chisel tests positive for blood. What? I guess that proves my theory wasn't just nonsense. Would this chisel be the mirror weapon then?
It reacted positively for blood. There is no doubt about that. Ah! Stop! Mr. Sirhan Dogen, now that the murder weapon has been found, I must ask you for your testimony.
We know how your dog got to the detention center, and we've found a murder weapon. Do you still think you can talk your way out of this? Interesting.
This guy, even at a time like this, he's still smiling.
Well, Anubis, it seems everyone has become suspicious of you. It's quite troubling, but since it has come to this, we have no choice but to tell the truth. I did not kill anyone. I've long since grown weary of killing. What's this? His face looks completely composed.
It seems we'll need to listen to Mr. Dogen's explanation. Please promptly give your testimony.
Certainly.
Oh, crap.
That's how I thought this might be a good stopping point.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I think this will be a very good stopping point. So, in the next episode, we're going to listen to Dogen's explanation.
Are we putting out performance?
No, words weren't coming to my brain, so I'm like, clapping helps.
Well, I'm gonna do that from work from now on. It's like I can't know what to do. I just start breakdancing. It's like I did it.
Oh my god. In the next episode, we'll listen to his testimony and figure out what happens.
Sounds good.
Alright, so thank you all so very much for watching and your patience. If no one's told you that they love you today, we do.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye. You didn't say anything.
That was the point. I should have. I messed it up.